welcome back to my channel. I'm Anastasia here with this week's Teen Mom Recap. If you're new, I post videos every single week about Teen Mom Young and Pregnant, Teen Mom 2, any news going on in the Teen Mom or reality TV world. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This episode starts off with Kayla. She arrives at the meetup with Annette, and Annette pulls no punches. At least not yet. No hello, no how are you. Literally the second Kayla's butt hits chair, Annette looks at Kayla up and down and then says, "Why didn't you let me know you got those clothes? That's rude." Well, how are you too? Were those for his birthday? No. Did you invite me to his birthday? No, because you don't reach out. That was the first call I got from you in years. Well, Chucky said to leave you alone, so I left you alone. Which I guess Chucky is her nickname for Stefan. Although him and Chucky don't look alike, they are equally as ugly, so I guess there's that in common. Anyway, Kayla says, "Keep leaving me alone then." "Fine, bitch. Don't you call me bitch." And then the physical fight begins. We got Annette throwing herself over the table to try to grab at Kayla. MTV security gets involved, but Annette is really throwing herself over that table trying to grab her. Kayla tries to get up and just leave, but her jacket gets caught. So she tries to stand up and falls right back down to the floor yelling, "You will never see Isaiah." "I don't care. I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk." Or an abandoned grandson, I guess. Then Kayla says, "By the way, you want that money back for those whack-ass clothes you just sent me? Here!" And she tosses some bills at Annette, which is honestly hilarious. "I don't want to hear nothing about those cheap-ass clothes you sent. Nothing about it." Annette picks up the money Kayla threw at her and rips it up in her hands. I guess out of pride in the moment, but probably comes back later with a little broom and dustpan. Just wow, like this is a wild scene. Annette made zero effort to have a conversation with Kayla. It's like she only showed up to fight her. And Kayla definitely stood up for herself. Or at least she tried before she fell down, which I'm on Kayla's side, but it was still pretty funny. Madison's dad starts dating a woman named Christina. She lives in Ohio, and he visits her often and is considering moving there. Pretty soon, he's going to stay with her for 2 weeks, and he invites Madison to come along. "Well, I'm going to have to take off work, and I can't afford a babysitter." He's like, "Well, you know, there's programs out there for single moms. There's options for that." "OMG, okay, I'll figure it out. It's fine." Clearly, she's still 17. He says, "I can't always hold your hand." I'm 17. I still need help." "I mean, you could ask Christian. Worth a try at the very least." Tiesa tells her friend that she doesn't have a dad, which is part of why she's so dedicated to taking care of Amor. She wants to break the generational curse. At least until Xavier breaks out of jail to take her place. Later, Kaya brings Tiesa with her to go see Carla. These two really don't do anything alone, do they? They chat about how nervous she is, and then Tiesa asks her jokingly, "Are you gonna go up to Carla and give her a big ol' hug?" No, it's coronavirus. I won't be doing that. And that's an excuse that I, too, will continue to use to never hug people that I don't like ever again. Rachel's on the couch playing on her phone, and she says, "Oops, I accidentally just called one of my hoes." Hate when that happens, right? "I've been talking to my ex, Cody. I thought he treated me perfect after the miscarriage, but at the time, I just wouldn't let him be there for me. We haven't talked in a year, but then a Facebook memory came up of a picture of us, and it just brought back feelings for me. I really wanted to text him, so I did." Cody stops by her house with a much better haircut and a shirt that says, "Y'all need Jesus." I mean, yeah, but you're literally sticking it in Rachel, so maybe we could change that to we need Jesus. "Why do you like me?" "Well, when you're not an annoying bitch, you can actually be pretty sweet." "Aw, I need to get me a country boy like that." "What's different this time?" "I'm gonna be there for you more." "I definitely want a relationship. I see this going somewhere. Maybe not somewhere good, but definitely somewhere." Brianna's having a family day because her mom wants them to spend more time together. She makes it very clear that the only one wanting to spend more time together is Jessica. They go to the pumpkin patch, and literally everything Jessica does annoys Brianna. At one point, she can't pick up a pumpkin because it's too heavy, and Brianna's like, "Oh my god, you're so irritating!" Later, Jess says, "You know, Brianna, our feelings are hurt when you hang out with Ashley every day." Even Vanessa chimes in like, "Yeah, I thought we would spend more time together. I'm jealous." Then Brianna has to brake really suddenly because the person in front of her stops, and Jessica makes a little comment like, "Whoa there," like, you know, moms do when you make a driving mistake, and Brianna's like, "Oh my god, chill out, Mom, you're so annoying." Yeah, I can really see why Jess and Vanessa are so eager to hang out with Brianna. Clearly she's so pleasant to be around. Madison's dad calls his girlfriend and asks if Madison can come with him on the trip to see her, since Christian's not dependable enough to babysit. She says, "Sure, I want to get to know her more anyway." Which I think that was sweet of her. So they drive over, Madison gets there, and Christina asks if she likes the town. Madison says, "I'm from a little town in Arkansas. It don't take much to impress me." And then her dad comes in with, "Oh, is that why you got together with Christian?" Roast her. Yeah, he couldn't even take care of Camille while I was at work, so I didn't even bother asking him to take care of her for 2 weeks. I'm not concerned about him seeing her. Kaya goes to see Carla. Carla's all excited. She's like, tell me why I ain't seen my boo. You said you wanted to wait till Zay got back. Oh, I didn't mean that. I want our relationship to be mended too. You know Xavion got your name tatted on him, right there on his hand. You mean so much to him, and he really cares about you. I've watched a lot of Love After Lockup, jail reality TV shows, and they always get the girl's name tatted, but to tat your ex's name? That's something else. Like, I know you guys get bored in there, but there has to be a reason that he tatted her name and not just his kid's name, you know? Probably to have something over Tieza, I'm guessing. Now placing bets on how long until Tieza gets a Kaya tattoo. Probably a big one right here on her chest or something. And make sure that it's bigger than Xavion's, probably. And by the way, Kaya doesn't look too mad about the tattoo. In fact, she kind of looks more impressed about it, but more afraid to show it. Later she says, I knew nothing about this tattoo. He didn't tell me. It surprised me that his mom told me that, and I didn't realize that I meant so much to him. Since Carla was actually being nice and didn't try to attack her like Annette and Kayla, Kaya allows her to see him more, which makes her very happy. Brianna is sick and tired of her mom's overdramatic antics. She says every time I drive, if I go over one bump, she's yelling and screaming. Jessica is definitely the type to like grab the handle when you're going 26 in a 25 lane, screaming, whoa, calm down there, Speedy Gonzalez. Like, I can't stand this backseat drivers. I can relate to it being extremely annoying, even if Brianna is bitchy. Back to Kayla, she gets out her phone and calls Stefan, while security is dragging Annette to her car. I'm actually surprised Kayla still has Stefan's number. She says, come pick up your mom, Stefan. She put her hands on me. She's really testing me. I'm not gonna catch a case for your old-ass mom. Not gonna fight that old-ass lady, not today. Every time Kayla calls Annette an old lady or an old-ass bitch, I like Kayla a little bit more. Stefan's like, what? What happened? Annette is still yelling and trying to fight with Kayla through the bushes. She says, you're never gonna see him. You're never gonna see Isaiah ever again. I don't want to see him. Yeah, she actually said that. Grandma of the year over here. Like, what's the point of all this fighting if you don't even want to see Isaiah? Like, I swear some people just love fighting just to fight. Which is really embarrassing when you're, as Kayla puts it, an old-ass bitch. Next, Kayla calls Luke and says, this old-ass bitch tried to fight me. I'm not catching a case for her. She's old as fuck. I want to fight her so bad, but that's what she wants. Then they'll take me to court saying I'm unstable. I'm crying here, I'm mad, and I really want to whoop this hoe's ass. If Kayla does fight Annette back, I will personally write the judge to tell them it was a justifiable assault. Madison is getting along well with Christina. Christina tells her that her mom was a teen mom as well, so she gives her some advice, and Madison almost sees her as somewhat of a mother figure. Cody came to visit Rachel earlier, and her mom saw them together. Who was that boy, Rachel? You already know, haha, it was Cody. We're not back together though, we're just talking. I hate you guys together. You always fight, and then after that you start fighting with me. We're grown. We used to argue, but we can change for the better. Like, call me crazy, but I'm almost certain I remember Rachel bragging on social media about beating Cody's ass. So yeah, sounds like a healthy thing to rekindle. Kaya tells her mom the meeting with Carla went well, and she wants a relationship, not just with Amor, but with her. She says, I don't really trust her, but okay. And then she tells him about the tattoo. She says, are you gonna ask him about it? Nah, what's that gonna do for me? I'm just gonna leave it alone. Tieza obviously does not look too happy, probably Googling the police tip line as they speak, seeing how much longer she can keep him in jail. Brianna sits with her mom and tells her that she's planning to move out ASAP. Are you giving me notice then? Yeah, I just told you that's my plan. Our relationship would be better that way. You're blindsiding me. Things haven't been that bad in our relationship. Bro, what? Like, even MTV editing can't lie about that. Come on, Jessica. They start fighting again because her mom says she doesn't clean up after herself. Brianna says, I do. Are you fucking stupid? How dare you call me stupid? I do so much for you. I drive you around. Well, don't do it then. You do that stuff because you want to. And I do hate when people offer to do you favors only to throw it back in your face later. Like, bitch, I didn't make you offer to do that. Anyway, this has obviously become very toxic and Brianna just needs to move out. She's right about that. Madison goes with her dad and Christina to look at apartments. No joke, they walk into one and Madison says, wow, this one doesn't even smell like weed. When her dad moves to be with Christina, she decides that she's gonna come along too. She's nervous about being a single mom in a new town and she feels a lot of anxiety, but she also badly wants to get out of Arkansas. Stefan shows up in the last scene and his behavior is totally not what I was expecting. He says, Mom, why did you put your hands on Kayla? Why was she throwing money at me? Where is she? Kayla comes back with Luke's sister, who is very much down for a fight. Stefan texts Kayla that he wants to talk. Meanwhile, Annette is going off like, I can't believe this bitch. And Stefan says, Mom, I'm asking you please calm down and just go back in the car. I'm like, whoa, he's not siding with his mom? He's siding with Kayla? Kayla tells Stefan, your mom is never gonna see Isaiah again. Stefan says, I don't care, it's about whether I see Isaiah, and I want to apologize on behalf of both me and my mom. She was wrong. Kayla, I'm done fighting with you. It's been 3 years of fighting, and I don't want my son going on without knowing who I am. I want to be able to sleep at night. I'm willing to do everything you want. This real? Luke's sister says, you seem sincere, but Kayla is so mad at your mom right now that she's not going to take in anything you're saying. And then MTV shows some footage of the ripped up money blowing in the wind. I thought it was singles that Kayla threw at her, but nah, there was a 20 in there, some 5s. Like, come on, that's more than Stefan pays in child support over like 3 months. Come on, Kayla, you didn't have to waste that on Annette. I was not expecting Stefan to be, dare I say it, mature. Actually apologizing to Kayla for his mom and recognizing that his mom was in the wrong. Like, who is this? Because it can't be Stefan. What did you guys think of that whole fight and the way Stefan acted afterwards? Go ahead, leave a comment down below and make sure to subscribe for more Teen Mom recaps every week.